was really impressed by just how much you two felt like siblings, and the whole family had a great energy to it. How was it just kind of finding that area where you could really play off each other? Because there's a lot of little jabs at each other from the script, and it feels very natural.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, we became really good friends super, super quickly into the shoot. Which I think just made for a really natural kind of vibe. We kind of just pick on each other a lot in general. So I think that came super naturally to the both of us. And also Simon gave us a ton of freedom where he would just roll the camera and have all of us he'd just be like, just like talk, like to fill certain spaces of like this road trip. And I think having that freedom to just all kind of interact with each other made a really natural tone come from a lot of those scenes.
It really shows in the film. And Van, I can't think of a cooler on-screen dad than Mark Wahlberg, and you get to see him, do comedy, dramatic, action scenes. You really get to see every facet of his acting range in this movie. How was it? Just what stood out the most about seeing him work and showing his range?
I think honestly, just his dedication to everything that he does. You know, he wakes up at 4 in the morning every day, goes and works out, and then comes to set, and then he knows all his lines, and he's there on time, and it's like it's so impressive, and it's such like a quality that I wish I had, and maybe I got a little bit of that from like osmosis or whatever, but. Yeah, he's so great to work with, and I think he has such a great range as an actor, and I think that's just something to admire and aspire to have.
And Zoe, you have a really nice speech near the end of the movie. How was it filming that scene? It almost gets emotional, and then it's a fun little misdirection.
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was actually one of the scenes I had done in my audition. So I really liked to kind of get to do that in the audition, and then actually getting there on the day and being able to bring that to life like on set was really, really cool. Obviously all of us are in that scene, so ever doing a big ensemble scene like that is always super, super fun. um, During that day though, they did decide they wanted an alternate version of that, which ended up not making it in the movie. But like 5 seconds before we were about to roll, they're like, here's a new monologue. And they're like, can you just learn this really quick? And I was like, I guess so. So it's like, luckily I was able to learn it really fast, and they didn't even use it. I'm like, how do you just wanted to stress me out? But it was a lot of fun. It was really, really good. And working alongside such great actors makes it a little bit easier.
That's a really fun story. And Van, your character is a streamer. So I was curious if you're into video games any. I thought that was a fun element.
For sure, yeah. That is a culture that I personally am very like involved in. I watch a lot of streamers and that's stuff that I really enjoy to consuming online, and yeah, I definitely play a lot of video games in real life. I play the same game as Kyle, Valorant. You know, I play so many games in real life that it definitely carried over, and I had the experience and the jargon that I could use in character. So yeah.
There you go, perfect fit. And then Zoe, my last question: Michelle Monaghan is just great in this. What stood out about her as a scene partner?
Yeah, 100%. Well, first of all, nothing to do with being a scene partner, but great casting, because I think we really do look like mother and daughter. And I thought that was super cool. Like, once I met her in real life, I was like, okay, this makes sense. But she's great. She's has such a natural way about her of kind of presenting the lines. And she also, I'm always super impressed with her comedic timing, but the ability to take like comedic punchlines and make them feel really realistic. And that was something I was super impressed with, as well as like she's got the action genre down pat too, and she's like,
sure.
She's so cool. I mean, what a cool mom! Like she's girl bossing all the time. She's the coolest ever, and she's so super sweet. And she actually has a teenage daughter of her own that she would talk about all the time. So I do think that the dynamic of like mother daughter was really realistic for us to be able to play off of each other. She's great.